I was in awe when I learned that my 5 times great uncle.
Oh man. 3, 2, 1, yada yada. Um, Welcome to Ash on Comics, where shit never works right. Oh my god. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I just some nights, man, I'm just way to start the night off aggravated. My computer took almost 50 minutes to boot up. Well, not completely boot up, but to get everything going for the stream. Streamlabs is a major bitch to run, so that was the problem. And I think my problem is I tried to start it while my system was still booting, and it just threw a wrench in the machine and everything seized. I'm looking at Task Manager right now, and OBS Streamlabs is taking 1.6 gigabytes of memory just to run. And that's with everything else running at the same time. So, yeah. How are you guys tonight? For those of you that aren't made computer geeks and stuff, that's huge to be running 1.6 gigs of memory. Anyways, it's a massive system hog to run, and my machine is old, really old. Fortunately, it was a super premium top-end machine when I bought it. I only wanted it to last like 4 years, and it's lasted a lot longer than that. It's a great machine. It even has a 3D monitor. It's pretty cool. But it's just kind of on its last legs. I love it to death. But I was like, I'm going to just reboot before the stream. That's always a no-no when I do that. Anyways, you're not here to be bored by that. I don't think I have the full chat. I see Maranya talking to Melissa is the first thing I see in my comments. So, I don't know who was first. So I'm going to guess it was Melissa. So yay. I'm sorry. I'm all thrown out of whack. I've been behind the scenes trying to make things work. And I was like, if I reboot my machine, it's just going to take forever. There's no way I'm going to run. So it was either get it running or postpone it to another night. I am now drinking a beer. I wasn't gonna because I was tired. Thursday nights are rough on me. It's my roughest day. In fact, I might move the Storytime stream off of Thursdays because of that. It doesn't seem like anyone does anything on Fridays. Perch does his drinking stream like early in the day. I don't think Englentine really does anything on Fridays. Sometimes he does. I don't know. Maybe it'd be better to do. I didn't want to do it on Fridays because people do stuff on Fridays. Including me maybe sometimes. So let me know if that would be a major disruption. I know you're used to Tuesdays and Thursdays and no one really likes to change. And the people that can't do Tuesdays and Thursdays aren't here to say, yeah, that would work better for me. So, but let me know if that would be a pain. Might work better to do that too, to do it like Tuesday and Friday, because it would break it up instead of just like, I don't know. It's just Thursdays is rough. I'm tired. It's hard to do this where you have to have energy and you're just like passing out of your keyboard. Let me set this timer. I should have set that a long time ago. I might go earlier. Oh, it still says stream starting soon because I'm a freaking moron. Hey, welcome to Ash on Comics. We'll start it all over. Let's see. Melissa, thanks for being here. I guess she took off. Marani, thanks for being here. All the regulars that are patient with me, appreciate that. Dragon Majesty. So he said he'll wait. I appreciate that. That's nice to know. Zach's here. Yeah. Dragon says, is your RAM maxed out? No, it's not maxed out. I got 12 gigs of RAM. But you don't want it. A program taking that much is quite a bit. Also, my RAM is old. I think one of the problems is my machine's old. And, RAM uses, solid state memory. Just like your micro SD cards and things like that. And those things are only designed to read and write data back and forth so many times. They eventually wear out. So it's a cool technology, especially the micro SDs that are about the size of your fingernail. And they have ones that are I think they have a terabyte one now. I don't know. You can store shit tons of data on this. It's pretty amazing, but unlike a normal hard drive, which is a lot slower, these things are really fast, but those hard drives, theoretically, you can read and write, forever to them. Of course, that doesn't happen, but I think what's happening, and same thing with my phone, it's just you read and write to them enough times, and it just starts to get slower and slower and degrades. Like an old school cassette tapes. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember that, or VHS tapes, with the magnetic strips. Eventually, those things would just wear out. The data will not store. I think my theory is that I have 12 gigs of RAM. The data writing back and forth to that RAM is slow because it's just old, and I don't want to invest in brand new RAM for this old machine. I'd just rather just get a new machine eventually. But yeah. Anyways, I don't know how I'm talking about this. I'm just tired. Okay, says ding dong, the king is dead. Oh, I could only be so lucky. 1.6 gigs, that's almost Chrome levels. Yeah, if you're a person like me who use Chrome with like a million tabs open. Fortunately, I don't use Chrome anymore. I use Chrome rarely. I use the Brave. Actually, I use Dissenter when I can. Brave is my backup browser. I'd realized I don't really want Google tracking me on everything, and since Brave is built on I like the Chrome product. I think it's a great browser. Brave is built on the Chrome API or the shell of Chrome. So it essentially is like Chrome. You can install Chrome add-ons to it and stuff, but it doesn't have Google running it, so you're not being tracked by the man. Yay! I'm all discombobulated. I'm sorry. Yeah. What are you guys doing tonight? Have you done anything cool? E does first appearance Fridays, but they're done fairly early in the evening, says Zach. You'd be fine if you kept the time similar. Oh, yeah, he started doing that thing on Friday. You think about it, that's right. E does like a stream like every day. So scheduling around E is really tough. It's like, hey, I could do... Oh, no, E streams that day, too. He's streaming that day. So... I used to... The reason I'm actually doing Tuesdays and Thursdays actually goes back to Eglantine, like a long time ago. He was doing stuff like I was doing my story time Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but E was doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday stuff all the time. Like, but he wasn't scheduling. Like he used to be even more impromptu than he is today. He's doing a lot better at like scheduling stuff, but he used to just like, oh, I'm just going to start streaming. And I'm like, dude, I'm streaming right now. Like, why? And so it was rough. So I was like, you know what? Fine, I'll move. It's like, I don't own the internet. You can stream whatever you like. I can't tell people like, so I had said, he doesn't stream on Sundays. I'll do Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And that seemed to work out pretty well. And that's why they came. And then Sundays were just dead. So I dropped Sundays. And then Dragon Match this. What about Sundays? And yeah, Sundays is rough. No one shows up. If I was a good channel, people would show up maybe, but I'm Ash on Comics. So let me know if my mic is okay. I got a pop filter, which I've been wanting for a long time. So, and I turned up the gain a bit. People were saying that I was quieter, like the videos were quiet. I've listened back on my own videos. I don't think that they're really quiet, but they're not loud. I mean, I just turned the volume up and they seem fine, but I know that they are quieter than the standard video. So, I turned the gain. The thing about the gain on the mic is it makes it more sensitive, right? It picks up more background noises. And I had my gain turned down, which was great because you're not going to hear everything that happens in the house. Or my dog doing, but I turned it up. I got a pop filter. Hopefully you don't hear the like the as much. Hopefully that works. Let me know. Just tell me. I'm not necessarily looking to see like if it sounds fine. I'm more looking, does it sound better or worse than before? That's what I'm looking at. I'm trying to gauge. Yeah. Let's see. Just now getting Discord up behind the scenes. Yeah, I couldn't even get Discord running. I was like, I'm gonna shut that down and try to just get things going. So there we go. Live stream room is up and running for Discord. I see RDV's in the channel. Cool. Good to see you, buddy. FF2's in the channel. Dominic. Everyone's showing up now. Yeah. Cool. You guys are right on time. We waited for you. Let's see. Okay, says Brave and DuckDuckGo is the way to go. I've used the DuckDuckGo on mobile, but I haven't used it on PC. I do like Brave. I use Dissenter, which is the Gab's browser, which is built off of Brave. So it's like a custom Brave browser, which I like because it's Brave. Plus, it has even more privacy things than Brave does, because Gab is all about like the free speech, and it's the free speech Twitter thing, and it's got a cool name, Dissenter. I'm very much a dissenter. Let's see. RDV says we stream on I Love Puppets on Fridays before E. Well, that's got to be pretty early. I'm probably haven't even eaten dinner yet. Ronnie's enjoying Steward's root beer with this live stream. Ronnie, did you get that ice cream we talked about? The whatchamacallit, the pretzel-y stuff? I can't even remember what it's called. Dreyer's Ice Cream is doing some sort of Rocky Road celebration. I don't know why I'm talking about ice cream right now. Hold on one second here. They're doing some sort of Rocky Road celebration, and I'm trying to shuffle things around here. Let's see if we can find it. I don't know if you have it. You may have it as a different, if you're like, what the hell's Dreyer's Ice Cream? They have another name. It's one of those like Hellman's Best Foods situations where, depending on where you live in the country, I forget the name. Starts with an E. Anyways, they have the same logo and everything as Dreyer's, but they have this celebrate. They're doing this Rocky Road collection. Look, right here on the page is the 3 that I've tried. So the first one I tried, walked by the path. I saw caramel pretzel path. So I tried this. I showed Marania because I know she loves salted caramel, and stuff. So this was pretty good. And I love Rocky Road's one of my all-time favorite ice cream flavors. So I was like, it's caught my eye. And then my main grocery store had these on sale for $2.99 for half gallon. So I bought 2. So I bought the Brownie Rocky Road, and this one, you can't see because it's got the damn stupid thing. Can you guys make your website better? Oh, yeah, so Jesus, I don't want the thing. There we go. So this one, Cookie Cobblestone. And these are, they're freaking good. I can't tell you which one's better. They're both really good. Chocolate ice cream with Oreos and cookie dough and marshmallow. It's crazy. That one's the more like a Rocky Road. What's weird is that they call this a Rocky Road collection, and they're not really like Rocky Road. Then this other one, Brownie Brick Road, has a sweet cream ice cream with the brownies and anyways, if you like ice cream like me, I love ice cream. I haven't bought ice cream in forever, and then Marania said, "Oh, Ash, you got to try the Walmart ice cream." And I was like, No, Marania, you don't seem to understand. I do stuff with my pinky extended. I'm a snob. I don't do Walmart ice cream. I do gourmet ice cream. And she said, "Shut up, Ash, and try the damn ice cream." And I was like, "Oh, yes, ma'am." So, surprise. I swear to you, I was shocked to hell. It's called Great Value, I think, the Walmart brand. It's got a stupid name. Anyways, the Great Value ice cream. It's not the best ice cream in the world. I'm not going to try to say it stands up to, but for the price, it is bomb. And so it was the peanut butter cup is the one she recommended, and it was good. These are really good. I've tried 3 flavors now. I really want to try the original Rocky Road, and I really want to have this peanut butter park. I almost got this one, but I didn't. So anyways, if you like ice cream, try those out. And tell them Ash sent you. Oh, my goodness. Are you having fun yet? Am I bringing the heat, as they would say? Apparently the Lakers lost the championship tonight. I heard something. I don't know. Man, it's good beer. Corona Familiar brought to you tonight as my drink. Hopefully you guys have a good beverage. Apparently, bouncy ball. LeBron James loses makes me happy. RDV says Castlevania is tomorrow. I mean, Castlevania is tomorrow. Are you talking about for your show, for your stream? You're talking about, or are you? Ronnie says, let's read Walt Simonson's run. Oh, because Jimmy's like, let's read the best Thor story ever. Yes, let's read the Walt Simonson run. Nice one, Rania. High five. Stealth high five. Don't let Jimmy see. He'll get upset. Let's see. Ed Brewer's in the house. Good to see you, Ed. Gosh, I need a co-host. It's much easier to do stuff when I don't have to be when you have to constantly be thinking and talking and also be thinking about what you're going to do controlling your computer. See, Ronnie says, I tried to, but Walmart didn't have any. Oh, well, this was actually cheaper at my grocery store. These were cheaper than Walmart. In Walmart, these were like $4, just like $4.20, I think, $4.27. They were like just over $4, I want to say, like barely, which is still a decent price for half a gallon of ice cream, especially Dryers. I mean, Dryers isn't the greatest ice cream, but it's not the cheap ice cream either. It's kind of like the middle. But this, my grocery store, was on sale for $2.99. So I don't know, maybe if you're a normal grocery store, Eddie's is the name. Says RDV. Yes, Eddie's is Dryers by the other name. I don't know what. That's funny that they do that. It's like the mayonnaise, Hellman's and Best Foods. So if you guys are on the East Coast, you probably have Hellman's. I think I forget which is which, but if you have Best Foods, or anyway, that's the mayonnaise to get. But they gotta have the two different names, or like the fast food chain, Checkers. There's Checkers, and then it's Rally's out here on the West Coast. Same thing. Or the Carl's Jr. It's Carl's Jr. or Hardee's. But they're the same exact thing. Let's see. Zach says, Ash, a snob? No. It's true. It's true. I'm a snob. But I'm like one of those weird snobs. I'm one of those snobs that what's the term? I slum it. I'm like the burger snob who will sneak a McDonald's burger from time to time. It's just, I appreciate good stuff. Dragon Ball talk is the fuck. Great value is the Little Caesar of groceries. Not the best, but good for the price you pay. No, Little Caesars is nasty. I won't eat Little Caesars for free. Little Caesars is gross. Ugh. I would rather have 7-Eleven pizza. It is better than Little Caesars. And it's cheaper now. Because Little Caesars raised their prices. Let's see. Zach says, Lakers are out. Whoa, so much for King James. Well. You made me go to the kitchen to get my Talenti double dark. Oh, you freaking bastard. I love Talenti. Talenti is good. My go-to when I can't get to the local ice cream store. Wait. That's your go. So, LK, do you have like a better ice cream? You're like, I slum it with the Talenti. When I can't get to like my ice cream specialty store that has my, I'll get the Talenti. Oh, I like the Talenti quite a bit. What is? I don't know what you're talking about, RDV. RDV says, you tell him I'm coming and I'm bringing Ash with me. That's a nice Tombstone reference there. Good one. Let's see. LeBron changed a lot of the rules in basketball, and it hasn't been the same, says FF2. I don't know. I don't watch NBA. NBA is boring as fuck. And it's like the least parody of all the professional sports. So I don't know why. And dude, I did get down a little bit of rabbit hole on YouTube a little while back where I was watching. Somehow I stumbled across LeBron James flopping videos. if you don't know what the term flopping is a sports term. Generally, it's found in professional soccer because it's more of a European thing where like if you get fouled, let's say, you know, like another player, like in soccer, you're not supposed to be able to like you can bump into other players, but you can't really, you know, you can't trip them and things like that. So there's rules and things like that. And so what'll happen in professional soccer, flopping is a huge deal in European soccer. You'll like barely touch some player and then they'll just like flip out and have a spaz, like you just you just like kicked them in the face, right? Because they're trying to draw the foul. Anyways, it happens in NBA, which is another reason why NBA is one of the dumbest professional sports in America. And LeBron James apparently is a major guilty at this. And there's all these videos where you can just go on and watch LeBron James, like someone like barely touched him in the face accidentally because they're trying to like, you know, swipe the ball or something. Like they just barely like brushed his face. And like he just goes into like fits and seizures and like holding his eyes, like he got his eyes poked out. And you're just like, oh my God. There's times where like people didn't even touch him. They just like came real close, and then you can see because they put the camera in slow motion, and you can see like wasn't even touched, and LeBron's like jerks back like he was just kicked in the head. And it's just like, oh, you know, you're supposed to be the best. It's one thing to flop, like you're trying to get a foul for your team to win, but when you're like the star player of the league, when people are calling you better than Jordan, you can't be. Jordan never did this stuff. Dragon Match says, I knew Ash would go off on Little Caesars. Damn straight. The problem is, why aren't more people going off on Little Caesars? That's the deal. Zach says, Bluebell is best ice cream, hands down. Really? Really, Zach? Is that all right? I'm gonna have to find me some Bluebell. I'm skeptical. I'm just gonna say I'm skeptical. Jimmy says he picked up a new camera, a Canon M50, did a video test that he's uploading right now. Because the video quality is higher than normal, it's taking 3 times as long to upload. Video, Jimmy, we don't need 4K videos. You don't do it. You don't need 4K videos. 720 is generally great for normal stuff. If you want to show detail, because then maybe 1080, but all my videos I upload are 720p. Let's see. Jimmy says, I'm a snob for this story in particular. I can be friends with anyone who reads this with an open mind and doesn't like. It's just when they don't have an open mind that when I get upset. Well, you get upset with me all the time, Jimmy, and I have a very open mind. Hence is why I'm reading this. But you're not a snob, Jimmy. You are absolutely not a snob. Let's see. A certain brand of ice cream like Mayfield make my skin break out. They did something to that ice cream. Other brands I'm okay with. Oh, well, they must have some crazy thing in the ingredient, maybe. LK says, yes, there's a Bay Area ice cream chain called Lord's. I think I've heard of Lord's. The best, creamiest ice cream. The actual plant is about 30 miles from me. Yeah, of course it'd be in San Francisco. There's a lot of good stuff in San Francisco, but man, that city's gone whack. Haagen-Dazs has great flavors, but is so expensive. Yeah. Coincidentally, the company that owns Dryers, or I guess Dryers, owns Haagen-Dazs. So, yeah. Haagen-Dazs is fake gourmet ice cream. I remember when I learned that years ago. I was like, what? The name Haagen-Dazs doesn't even mean anything. They just wanted something that sounded like Dutch. So they could be like, we have gourmet ice cream from Europe. And it's like, it's a quality ice cream, but it's not. Now, there used to be an ice cream back in the days when Haagen-Dazs was created called Frusenglage. Holy shit, that stuff was bomb. And if you're old enough to remember Frusenglage, I wonder if I can find it. I gotta remember how to spell it, because there it is. Frusen Galaja. Yeah, it used to come in these like plastic tubs. It only came in pints. Let's see. Images. Yeah, so it came in these little like, these are like pint size. So this is about the size of Ben and Jerry's or whatever, but it was all plastic. It was really cool, really gourmet. This stuff was good. Damn good. Now, this was way before the days of Ben and Jerry, so there was no crazy flavors. Back then, ice cream was like strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, chocolate chip. Obviously, I guess they had mocha chip here. Like, the flavors were very basic, but the ice cream quality was good. And these things were heavy. The ice cream, this was the densest ice cream I've ever had. It's just super, you couldn't eat it right out of the thing. Like if you pull it out of the freezer, you had to let it sit for like at least 5 minutes because it was so hard, hard and thick, just the way RDV likes it. Sorry, got distracted there. I would like to try Lords. Haagen-Dazs does have some cool flavors though. They have these liquor flavors that are pretty good. Hagen, stupid names. I can't remember. There's some. I had to try these. They were on sale one day, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try these. They sound gross, but oh, that sounds really good. Bourbon praline pecan. Oh, jeez. I love pecan praline ice cream. Jesus, peanut butter chip. Anyways, I'm an ice cream fiend. Like, I don't normally buy ice cream because it's like I am to ice cream what a heroin addict is to heroin. Where? This is a stupid website. Okay, I just want to see the containers. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I have a bourbon vanilla bean. Is this the bourbon? Is that one of the? There's like three. There's a bourbon, and there's like a stout, chocolate stout, like not chocolate stout, but like a stout beer. And I was like, oh, nasty beer and ice cream, but oh, it's freaking bomb. And of course this is great too. Peppermint bark. Haagen-Dazs peppermint bark around Christmas time. And it's not the rum ones. Those are just normal. My show's all fucking tanking here as I'm talking about ice cream. Okay, that's a bad topic. I got no one in the chat. No. Covered up. Hide. RDV likes Blue Bunny ice cream. That's because he's a furry. Oh, I mean, sorry, RDV. I forgot to keep that a secret. Just kidding. There's a great ice cream only in Arkansas called Yarnell's. It's so good. Yeah, but if it's only in Arkansas. Oh, here's one of the ones. Whiskey hazelnut latte. Yeah. Anyways, I turned that off. Ronnie says, I can't eat Little Caesars pizza dough products because there's something in the dough, much like Subway bread, that reacts to me badly. Well, Subway, it's been like 5 or 6 years now, I think. But remember when Subway was found guilty of having sponge in their dough, like literal sponge, not sponge dough, which is a real thing, but like artificial product, like things in their dough. So they got found guilty of that. They had to make all these reparations and do whatever stuff, change the thing. So Ronnie, you may not have, I don't know how was the last time you had Subway, but they had to fix their bread. So that could have been what the problem was. It would not surprise me if Little Caesars was doing something similar because their product sucks. Like it's, people like to say, oh, it tastes like cardboard or whatever, but Little Caesars is the one that literally does. And they're what's even worse is the sauce. If you've ever had real tomato paste, like if you cook or whatever, tomato paste out of a can. That's what it tastes like. It literally tastes like someone just took tomato paste and smeared it over the bread. There's like no flavor to it. It's just so bland. Oh, it's like baby food. I really don't understand the appeal of Little Caesars at all. And I was a big fan of old school Little Caesars. Growing up, I love Little Caesars, but it's the change when they came back out of whatever they were doing, and they're like, oh, we got the new $5 hot and like they just revamped their business. Whatever they did, that change was just nasty. Dominic says, I like Ben & Jerry's as one of my brands of ice cream to go to. However, it's expensive unless you find a deal that reduces the price. However, my all-time favorites are Baskin Robbins and Tillamook. I don't think I've ever had Tillamook. It's kind of expensive. I've been wanting to try it, but since I don't know, and I'm like, I do really like Ben & Jerry's sometimes. Certain Ben & Jerry's are really good. One of my all-time favorite ice creams of all time is an expired Ben & Jerry's flavor that they don't make anymore. And it had a stupid name. It was called Peanut Turtle. And it had pretzels in it was one of the things. And just the quality of the Ben & Jerry's ice cream, I think it was like a chocolate ice cream with, if I remember, it might have had like chocolate covered peanuts in it with chocolate covered pretzels. I can't remember exactly. That ice cream was magic, and they got rid of it, which is why I was all excited about that dryers that I found for Morant. Well, not for Morandia, but I recommended. Yeah, that's a great ice cream. I think my current favorite Ben & Jerry's is Everything But The. That's my current one, but they got rid of like all their best flavors. I don't know what it is. All their new flavors are all like, oh, we're going to name it after The Tonight Show, or we're going to name it after Jimmy Kimmel, or we're going to name it after, like, and it's like, come, all these, oh, look, Stephen Colbert's got a thing. And it's like, they're just trying to be hip and woke. Oop, there's the timer. They're trying to be hip and woke, and their flavors aren't really that inventive anymore. They used to like just design good ice cream. And now it's like, how can we make an ice cream flavor after our favorite woke celebrity? So I'm a little disappointed. And they're really expensive. It's like $5 a pint now. You know? When you can get half a gallon of the Great Value for $1.97 at Walmart. Now I get it. Ben & Jerry's is better. But it's not so much better that it's 5 times the cost more. Right? Because it's 2 pints. It would be half a gallon. Like for $10, or I can get $2. Yeah, that's the. RDB says, "Did he ever set the timer?" Well, I guess that was an old boast. Beer cream, Ash's new thing for streams. LK says, "You 80s were playing. Have you forgotten about 31 flavors?" No, the thing is, 31 flavors was a novelty because it was like, oh my god, 31 flavors. Like back in the 80s, like every place else you went was like chocolate, strawberry, vanilla, like, or the grocery store even. Like 31 flavors was like, if you want crazy flavors, and they weren't even really crazy. I mean, Ben & Jerry's came along, we're like, we're going to show you crazy flavors. 31 flavors had a lot of flavors, but it was like chocolate, dark chocolate chip, coffee with chocolate chips, you know, rainbow sherbet, tropical sherbet, you know, like they weren't crazy flavors. They just had a lot of different ones, but they were all kind of, you know what I'm saying? But Baskin Robbins is good ice cream. In fact, one of my favorite ice creams of all time is Baskin Robbins pecan praline. And that's why I was excited to see this bourbon pecan praline from Haagen-Dazs, because like, oh, I need to try that. In fact, well, I need to not get any ice cream in a while because I got those two. I need to stop. I'm falling off the wagon. Like I said, I normally don't ever buy ice cream, and I don't buy Baskin Robbins anymore because it's freaking crazy. It's like $5 for an ice cream cone. Let's see. RDV says, I was going to co-host tonight, but then I realized I have a choice not to do that. Oh, stab me in the heart. Ouch, that hurt. Doug Johnson's in the house. We were waiting for you. Suddenly craving some vanilla ice cream with cream de menthe. Nice. You know what I like with vanilla ice cream? In the Coca-Cola. Oh, Coke float. It's the best. All right, let's get on with the show. No, let's get on with the show. All right, so this is Jimmy's favorite comic of all time, and Jimmy knows best about Jason Aaron Thor. So he's been recommending me to read this book forever and a day, and I told him I would, and just had to wait for the right time, and now is the right time. So if you are here to listen to me read you a bedtime story, and we are doing Thor, God of Thunder, with art by Asad Ribic. We are in the third chapter, whatever you want to call. This is the last story of the first arc. There are 2 arcs. Basically, you can see on the cover, there's Gore the God Butcher. He kills gods. There's Thor. He's a badass god. And Thor has met him once before in the past. You can see there's 3 different versions of Thor here. We got old school Thor, we got current day Thor, and we have future Thor. And so the story jumps around the different time periods. He first met Gore the God Butcher when he was not yet worthy Thor. That's why he has an axe and not Mjolnir. And I don't really remember what's going on. It's yeah. Jimmy says 3 years, Ash. 3 years. Well, Jimmy, that's not even long enough to age a whiskey worth drinking. So 3 years is nothing. Let's get on with the show. Oh yeah. One last thing. Disclaimer. I read most of these stories, including this one, I read cold, which means I've never read it before. So I'm also not a professional voice actor, so you are not going to get professional quality reading. And finally, I read panel to panel like this because people might be on their phones and things like that, so it just helps see the art. But it can make it difficult sometimes to know who the hell's talking. As you can see here, I'm guessing this is probably Gore because these boxes are shaped special. But sometimes you're just like, I don't know, is this a man or a woman talk? Who knows? But this is a big thing with modern comics, like the letters. Anyways. So just remember, in short, you get what you pay for. And here we go. The present day. Chronux. The Palace of Infinity. Where I come from, we knew nothing of the world beyond what we could see with our own eyes. And even much of that we could not comprehend. I was raised to believe that stars were the eyes of our ancestors, of the ones who'd pleased the gods and proved worthy of the soothing embrace of the night. The damned suffered forever in the sun, so the more who died unworthy, we were told, the hotter our world would burn. That's how we were taught to honor our gods, through fear. But where were those gods whenever we needed them, I always asked. Where were the gods when I needed them most? They were where they always are, all throughout the universe. They were nowhere to be found. 14 billion years ago, the void. I was taught that the universe was born from the tears of the first god when he beheld the emptiness around him and his heart was filled with loneliness. The tears became oceans, which became ice, which became worlds. And there the lonesome god planted the seeds of all life as we know it. And the first god looked upon his work and smiled. As I stand here now, witnessing with my own eyes the first awkward fumblings of life in the void, I see no lonesome weeping god, no tears except those shed by the misshapen creatures around me, minutes old and already begging for death. I see no grand plan at work, no benevolent omnipotence on display. I see only an inbred offspring of the elder gods, treating primordial life as his fleshy plaything. But despite the best efforts of the gods, I know that life will still find a way. Words will be blasted into being, and creatures will slither from the ooze to evolve and thrive, and ultimately learn to fear and worship the bumbling deities they assume to be their makers. But for this young god, at least, there will be no temples erected. My name is Gore, son of a nameless father, outcast from a forgotten world. I have slain my way through multitudes to stand here at the genesis of all things, blackened with vengeance, wet with holy blood, one simple dream still strong in my heart. The dream of a godless age. Present day, Chronux, the Palace of Infinity. Impossible. Sorry to disappoint you. Last time, God of Chronux. But Gore yet lives, and he has claimed his prize. By the stars of all the heavens, is that the still warm heart of an elder god? Yes. Now all I need is a moon or two, some centuries to myself, and the space in which to build. And slaves. So very many slaves. Kratum. Butcher of gods, prepare to know the wrath of Thor. 893 AD. The Cave of the God Butcher. Shall I stop now? Do what you will. For 17 days you have endured my attentions. That is far longer than even the sturdiest of immortals I have known. Tell me, why would any of your fellow Asgardians have endured as... Sorry. Take two. Tell me, would any of your fellow Asgardians have endured as much before offering you in their place? I don't know anymore. You know only that you wanted to stop. Isn't that right, Thor? Yes. I wanted to stop. And it will. Once you've done as I've asked. Once you've shown me the way to Asgard. We'll begin with something easy. Is there anyone in your family you hate? A sibling, perhaps. Maybe even a parent. Just tell me who they are, and I promise to kill them first. In here! We found him! Who dares? Redden your spears, berserkers! Let fly your raging hands! Rather 1,000 deaths than one retreat! This night we feast in Valhalla! This night we die for Thor! Gore, have at thee, coward! No more hiding behind these empty husks. Mjolnir grows weary of bludgeoning them. Today the blood that flies will be yours, and the tears and the teeth. How lovely. I seen you've grown up nicely since we last met. And my black berserkers are far from empty husks, God of Thunder. They are a part of me, thanks in no small measure to you. Damn your devilry. Fight like a god. Though they do still have a mind of their own. The ones who attacked you at the halls of all-knowing, for instance. I did not send them. Not consciously, at least. Though perhaps deep down inside, some part of me wanted you here, Thor. Prince of Asgard. Thor, the god who got away. Wanted you here to bear witness as I begin the next phase of my mission. After all, none of this would be possible without you. Stop this! I am not here to hurt you, men of Earth. I come instead to liberate you from your kind. Liberate you and your kind from the yoke of divine servitude. And we come to liberate hideous head of yours from its shoulders. Cut him down! Don't worry, Lord Thor. We'll have you free of these chains, or die try. Gah. Listen to me, you fools. Do not throw your lives away on something as useless as a god. He isn't worth your devotion. None of them are. Just listen to me. Listen and let me tell you of my dream. A dream of a... For the love of Odin, someone get a spear in that throat and stop this wretch's mewling. Very well. Die for your god if you wish. See if he even takes notice. Your puppets fall, Gore. You will answer to the fury of my hammer. Those Vikings of yours fought like devils that day in the cave. Do you even remember their faces? I do. Boff. Of course, I'd seen men willing to die for their gods before, on more worlds than I can count, but never with such wicked glee. For Asgard! Ah! Your Vikings taught me 2 important lessons that day, Thor. 1, that mortals' childlike fear of a godless world is far stronger than their fear of death, no matter how painful. And 2, no matter how fierce my devotion or how invincible my weapon might make me, no matter how just my cause, I could no longer do my job alone. Crack. I walked the cosmos for 2,000 years, killing god after god with these very hands. I tortured them and skinned them and burned them alive, and left them rotting in their heavens. I made no proclamations, I issued no threats or demands, I simply killed every immortal tyrant I could find, and then moved on through the shadows. But you brought me out of the darkness, Thor. You showed me a whole new way. For the first time in the history of the cosmos, a god did something useful. Tell me as you die, men of Earth, do you see at last? Do you at last see the truth? Where are your gods now? Where are the great lies you wasted your lives worshipping? Where is your savior? Where is Thor? You thought you were killing me that day in the cave, but instead you saved me. You saved me from a life of failure. You saved my dream. And for that I will forever be indebted to you, Thor of Asgard. That is why you die last. Is it done? I've programmed the time pool as you asked. Now please, you promised you'd let me live. No. I only promised that unlike the God of Thunder here, you would not have to watch until the end. No! I swear by the spires of Asgard, no more gods will die. You're not listening, are you, Thor? All gods will die, from the first until the last. No Almighty gets out alive. I go now to make it so. Building myself an army was just the beginning. With these next steps, I go to explore new horizons of deicide. Die, you black-hearted bastard! No, I refuse to die. I refuse to die while gods yet live. Fraboom! Goodbye, Thor. Please do stay alive for a very long time. I would be so terribly disappointed if we did not meet again. No! Shh. Gore, you will not escape me again. No universe is big enough to hide you from Thor. Kroom. Thousands of years later, Asgard. Where is the Butcher of Gods? I'll be damned. Wasn't expecting you, boy. Father? What happened to Asgard? I'm not your father, you beardless whelp. Now get ready with that hammer. Time to show me you're all that I remember you to be. Yeah! He's dead. Thor has slain the God Butcher. All hail Odinson. By the eyes of Heimdall, what a cut. That axe blow would have felled the world tree itself. Oh, the songs that will be sung of this day, the tales that will be told for generations to come. No. We will never speak of this day again. Do you hear me? Never. For as long as we shall live. They're dissolving. He's pulling them back. Bless my eye, we may have actually won. The God Butcher, where is he? I was right behind him. Hold on. Pardon me. I'm sorry. I was trying to continue going, but that was straining my voice really bad. We'll continue. The God Butcher. Where is he? I was right behind him. Right behind him? You're even dumber than I remember, aren't you? You appeared in the exact same spot he did. I'll give you that, but you're a little bit late, boy. The God Butcher has been here for 900 years. And he's been busy. Another Thor. How splendid. One can never have too many of those. And just in time as well. I said I would save you for last, God of Thunder, and that day is imminent. The first day of a new age of freedom. The day all my dreams come true. Next, the origin of gore. So endeth part 1. Well, part 3 of the stream, part 1 of the story arc. Not to confuse anyone. Let's go back to the chat. Where did I leave off? I don't remember. Oops. Oh, we were talking about ice cream. Ronnie says, she remembers Fruits and Glaja, but she never had any. You missed out, Rania. No, I think I went way too far up. Dragon Matchy says, no way RDV is a furry. That's absurd. Is it? Is it? How well do you know RDV, really? Still went up way too high. Oh, there we go. Now I found where I'm at. Zach says, wait, we pay for this? I want my money back. Jerk. Why is it my audience is jerks? Oh, wait, I shouldn't say that. That's bad. That's not what you're supposed to do, right? You're not. I'm such a failure. Ed says, that was a great opening to the book. Wow, thank you. I'll take all the credit. I don't know. Dragon Ball says, I retracted my thumbs down and replaced it with a thumbs up. Well, thank you, man. Thanks for giving me thumbs down originally. Let's see. Dragon Ball Talk says, good story. And Ed agrees. He's really liking it so far. The story is even better being dramatically read, says Jimmy. Well, there we go. There finally someone says something nice. At least that's one good thing you can always count on. Jimmy always says nice things. I don't want to spoil it. But now I can't. I have to spoil it because everyone's going to be curious. So I was going to say, but he says nice things about things that don't deserve it. So maybe he's saying nice things about me and I don't really deserve it. So see, it was okay to say because I was insulting myself. I will admit this is quite good and better than I expected. Overall, the art is good and sets the mood. Thong Boy still needs a new costume. My thing about this book, it's a fun narrative. The art is fantastic. Thor is one of my favorite characters. Jason Aaron is not totally screwing him up here like he has in other stuff. So it's a fun read. Gore is a mighty villain. I don't yet know if he's a great villain. He's just definitely strong on the threat meter. He's not super compelling to me. He's just sort of like Rogol Zar. He's just like, look at me. I'm the super most badass thing you've ever come across. And I kill things because I'm evil. Yes, I know that he's got his motive. His motives seem very shallow. Anyways, I got to read this. Issue 6 here is the origin of Gore. So maybe we'll learn more about him. I'm okay with mighty villains. Like, they have their place. And my opinion is that a good hero needs a great villain. Like, the stronger the villain, the better the hero. And then obviously, we know Thor is somehow going to come out on top. That's just the way of comics, right? So it's not about like, ooh, will Thor beat this guy? It's more of like, how can Thor beat this guy? It's typically the way. It's fun. It's definitely a fun read. This book so far is kind of the equivalent of a good blockbuster film. It's entertaining, it's eye candy, but so far is it like the story that I'm gonna, is it the book I'm gonna walk away and just be like, oh my god, what did I just read? So far, it's not doing that for me. It's not like my favorite comic of all time, Batman Year One. I can flip through it page by page and just, it's like a masterpiece. It's a clinic on how to write comics. It's just the dichotomy of telling a story between the vigilante and the cop, which is Gordon, where one has the rich life versus the poor life, the one who's breaking the law versus the one enforcing the law. It's the yin yangs, the story that Bruce, or sorry, not Bruce, that Frank Miller weaves is just masterful. This is one of those books that stick with you. I know not everyone thinks that way. Everyone probably has their own books. That's just the one that hits me at first because it's the best comic I've ever read. But that's not to say that summer blockbusters don't have their place either. I mean, I'm a big fan of summer blockbusters and the movies, and sometimes I don't want every movie necessarily to be, let's see, like $1 Million Baby. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's a great emotional fucking that will just move you to tears. Like, it's a fantastic, but it's sometimes you just want Michael Bay Transformers. So, and yes, I do like Michael Bay Transformers, at least the first two. The third one was a train wreck, and I never went on beyond that one, so I've never seen any of the ones after that. I'm trying to think of like good popcorn flicks. The ones that are like not deep cinema but are still great, great action flicks in their own right. And nothing's coming to mind right now. Just my mind is blank. And I know there's tons of examples. Let's see. Jimmy says he'll get a new costume. Spoiler alert. Gore is presented as being complicated. He doesn't seem complicated to me, but we'll see. There's more to go. Dragon Ball says, I thought it was an ice cream social at first. You don't like ice cream now, Dragon Ball? First, you don't like good comics. Now you don't like ice cream. Oh, you're a strange individual, my friend. Oh, man. I didn't know that Gore was going to talk so damn much. This dude is a chatty Cathy. Like, literally, this dude will not shut up. He is the quintessential monologuing supervillain. And so when I was doing his voice, I was just trying to do something kind of sinister-y, kind of just, I don't know. When I think of voices, I just look at the character visually, and he just kind of seemed like Voldemortish, and just he would have that. So I just did that voice. Plus my vocal range is limited, so yeah, but that's really rough. It was rough going the whole book just reading that way. My voice is still strained. I wonder if we had RDV on and he read Gore in Arnold's voice. That'd be funny. Or Thor in Arnold's voice. One of the two. Thor versus Gore. It's not very creative now that I'm thinking about this. 2 4-letter names that both rhyme with or. Huh. And Jimmy says, there isn't enough action in ice cream, so Dragon hates it. That's funny. Let's see. All right, so we got this book here. In a crusade spanning millennia, a creature known only as Gore, the God Butcher, has vowed to kill all deities across the cosmos. After numerous encounters with Thor over centuries, the God Butcher has finally revealed the horrific endgame to his mad quest. But who is this strange being of deadly reckoning? What the gods have wrought. So this book, unfortunately, doesn't have Asad Ribic. This is the break book that gave him a month off to catch up, I guess. Artist is Butch Geis. Jason Aaron's still writer. This looks like an interlude book that we're going to get some background story. And for all of those people that were complaining about Asad Ribic, Maranya, so now we can see what the story would be like without Asad Ribic. So let's go. Oops. Hit the wrong issue, $6. All right, here we go. Issue 6. 3,000 years ago, a planet without a name. I'm hungry, Mama. I know, my love. That's why we're here. But that was our last cave apple. Why can't I just eat it? We are leaving it here in this sacred place as an offering, my son, so that the gods will watch over us and keep us safe. But if we pay them to watch over us, why didn't the gods take care of Daddy when he got the sun fevers? Your father lived a long life, almost 30 summers. He lived to see his only son grow strong. And we will see him again, my dear. Someday, when the nights come, he'll be there in the sky with the rest of the blessed ancients shining down on us. But why can't I see him now? Why can't I ever see the gods? You will see them someday, all around you, once you truly believe. I do, Mama. I think I do. Always honor the gods, my son, and they will shower you with blessings, as they have me. You are my greatest blessing, my darling little boy, my beloved Gore. Mama! On your feet, Gore, quickly! A sack. Sand tigers! Run, Gore! Run and don't look back! And may the gods watch over you. Just as they have watched over me. Years later. I'm sorry, but it's all I could find. Here, eat. Don't worry, Gore. The nights will come soon. I know it. The sky gods will hear our prayers at last. Please, just eat, Ara. You need your strength. The children sleep, though I can still hear their stomachs growling. This one doesn't sleep. He's going to be a great hunter and explorer, I can tell, just like his father. Great hunter? We're starving, Ara, the whole tribe. Our caves are empty and of all but saltworms and what dampness we can lick off the walls. We have to go out, sun be damned. We have to leave the caves if we're going to live. Shh, my love. The gods will provide, Gore. They always have. You just have to put your life in their hands, my love. You just have to calm yourself and listen for their voices. Ara! Rumble. Gore, what's Ara? God save me! Ara! That was random. Sorry. Months later. Mama, where's my mama? Your mother has been dead for 7 sandstorms, Argar. Rest yourself now. We'll be there soon. Mama is dead? Just like my sisters? With the sun fevers? Like back? I told him, Daddy. I told him not to eat so many stones. Rest, my son. We're almost there. I can see the forest just ahead, just beyond the next hill. Is there a waterfall? I think I hear a waterfall. Yes, there's a waterfall, and trees thick with fruit, more than we could ever eat. Just close your eyes, son, and you'll never be hungry again. Hagar, I don't even have enough water in me to cry. I'm sorry, my son. So sorry I brought you into this wretched world. Gore, you cannot do this. Leave me be, Rugak. Let me say goodbye to my last child in peace. This is not right. What you are doing, you cannot hide your son's body in the ground. It is forbidden. The boy must be hung from the trees so that the gods will see him and take him into the sky. You know this, Gore. Do not damn the boy's soul with your sacrilege, leaving him to spend eternity in the dirt, just like a worm. Do not damn him the way his mother was damned. We are all damned. What did you say? Open your eyes, you ignorant bastard. We moved from one dried-up cave to another, eating slime off the bottom of rocks, leaving a trail of our dead behind us under a sun that will never set. We are all going to starve and burn. Forget about made-up damnations. We are all already damned. Right here, right now. Be careful your blasphemies, Gore. The gods hear your every word. The way they heard my mother's prayers when she was eaten alive right in front of their idol. Or my wife's prayers from an entire life in obedience to them. My wife who was sucked into the ground with our child still in her belly. Gore, you go too far. Or the way the gods hear your prayers, all of you, every day, as you pray for food and rain, for the comfort of night, and yet all we ever find is more sun, more suffering. The gods don't hear your prayers because there are no gods. There never were. No gods in the sky. No gods who made us. No gods watching over us. No gods who give a damn. There's only us. And the sooner we accept that, the sooner we can... Blasphemer! Stone him before the gods hear his lies. He's of the black gods, I knew it. His crippled leg is a sign. Let's eat him. No, no one touches him. He is unclean, and now he is outcast. May the gods have mercy on your soul, Gore. Though I expect the sun will not. So tired. Aura, just want to die. No heaven, no hell. Means I can die and never have to think again. Never have to feel just blackness. Nothing but blackness forever. Please, that's all I want. Scree! Boom! Can't even die in peace. What is that? What is... gods? There were gods all along. Hello? Can you talk? Help me. Help you? Help you? Where were you? Where were you when my children were starving? When my wife was screaming for your help? When my mother was being butchered like an animal? Where were you when we needed our gods? Fwash. Gah! What? Get off me! It fell from the sky many years ago, on a world without a name. I picked it up and butchered my first gods. And then as I stood there, baptized in their blood, a question formed in my simple little brain. I wonder if there are more. Many centuries later. And of course, there were. So I set out to find and kill them all. Crack. Crack. Which brings us to our present situation. Does that answer your question, little god? No, I asked if you knew where that weapon of yours came from. But you don't even know of the name of the god you stole it from, do you? To you, it's still just a sharp stick for poking things. You're blind to its true... You speak like someone who would rather die than be whipped. Tell me, what is your name, ragged wisp of a god? Volstagg. I was Volstagg, the valiant, lion of Asgard. Let me ask you a question, Volstagg the foolish, dog of heaven's dung heap. What do you think gives you the right to steal from me? It was only a loaf of bread. A loaf of bread that was not yours. This is not Asgard, Volstagg the greedy. Here you cannot simply take whatever you desire. Here you eat only what you are given. For 500 years spent slaving in your mines, I have eaten nothing but worm droppings and my own scabs. Even the most finicky of gods must eventually give way to hunger. The sooner you and your brethren finish your work, the sooner your hunger will be sated forever. And tell me, Gore the god-slaver, Gore the lord of skinflints, when was the last time you hungered? When was the last time you closed your eyes and slept? Can you even remember? I will sleep when my work is done, when all worlds are free from the tyranny of heavens. Crack! You poor blind fool. You'll never kill all the gods, no matter what weapon you wield, no matter what that thing is that you're building out there. You as guardians, stubborn to the very end. Don't tell me you're still waiting for your friend with the magic hammer to come and save you. No. Not even the All-Father can save me now. But even if you kill me and kill every other god in creation, even the mighty Thor, in the end, there will still be one god left. Won't there, Gore? You. What did you say? Look at yourself. Look at what the weapon has done to you. You've been alive for thousands of years, murdering as you pleased. You've raised worlds and built your own. You've put gods in chains. What are you, if not a god yourself? The most foul and despicable god I have ever known. What? No more whipping? Back to eating worm poop in the mines for old Volstagg? I suppose. Whack! You may come out now. Don't be frightened. He can't hurt you. Come here. Why were you spying on me? I'm hungry. Hungry? My son does not go hungry. Come. We'll have one of the slaves fix whatever you like. When will all the bad gods be gone, Father? Soon, my son. Very soon. Next, God Bomb. That book was just okay. The art was better than I was expecting. I knew it wasn't going to be Asad or Beak, and I was like, but it was decent. It's weird to get painted art and then line art, but there's not really many people that can fill in for Asad, so what are you going to do? Let me scroll back up. Let's see. Jimmy says, don't knock the Geist art for this issue. It's a totally different tone, so it works. No, I think if it was the exact same, if it was Asad or Beak, that would work. However, like I just said, it's better than I was expecting, so I'm pleased. And I understand you can't have the same artist every issue when you're in a monthly book. That's just the nature of comics. It sucks. And there's no one that can fill in for Asad or Beak. So what are you gonna do? If it were an indie book, they could have just taken a hiatus. But Marvel can't do that. Well, they could. For some reason, they don't. But that's because they have corporate overlords and they don't really give a shit. So, so you're gonna just take it and like it. Let's see. Sonic Forces is fun. Okay. I did not complain. I made valid critiques in my opinion, says Miranda. Yes, you did. I enjoy the comics with a lot of action where the good guys are fighting the bad guys. Dragon Ball. Well, you're in Thor, you're getting good guys fighting bad guys, so this is pretty much a black and white story. Hopefully it's up your alley. Look at this cover. Oh, you don't see it. There's the next cover, by the way. For issue 007. Thor becomes Bond. Oh, wait, that's a weird mashup. Dragon Ball, you change your picture to a Dragon Ball, I just noticed. Jimmy says, what comics are you reading nowadays? There's no such book. We're reading the book right now, Jimmy. What are you talking about? Let's see. Dragon Ball says, you're right. I don't read nothing current unless it's a comic review on YouTube. You don't read anything current, Dragon Ball? Jeez. I read current stuff. The current Thor actually is really good. I like what Donny Cates is doing with Thor quite a bit. It's not the best Thor I've ever read. It's about as good as this, though. And the art is pretty kicking. It's not as good as Asad Ribic, but Thor's getting a good treatment. I really like what they did with Donald Blake. I really like that Donny Cates sets up things. And holy shit, what happened at the end of the story with Donald Blake? It could be huge. Like, I was like, what? Not the most climactic ending if I was going to critique the book, but it's cool. I liked seeing Donald Blake be used. I like that a certain character that should have never gone away from the Marvel Universe was brought back. I like that Donny Cates is slowly putting the pieces back to Thor that was destroyed by a certain writer. We won't talk about him. We'll try to stay positive about this book. This book is pretty fun, though. I am enjoying Thor God of Thunder. This is the first book I gave 3 stars. I gave all the other issues 4 stars, so bravo. I don't know what happened to you, Jason Aaron. I wish you would write books like this again, because everything I read of you in the past several years has been... maybe you just need to go back and read these books and go, this is how I used to write. I should go write like that again. And if you had good editors, they probably would tell you what I'm telling you. Let's see. The last comic I actually bought and held in my hands and read was Raiden and Kano. I don't know what that is. Pay $17 shipping. Jesus. Let's see. Ronnie says, this art is different and good on its own merits. Both styles suit the book. It was a good idea to change the style with the filler book. Was it? You think that this book wouldn't have worked if it was Asad Ribic? I think it would have worked if it was Asad Ribic. But it was I would say I would agree with you that it was a good idea to use the filler book, this interlude book as the filler book rather than the first story arc. If you would have had a filler art in there, it would have been very disruptive. So that's something I agree with. The scene where the gods fell to the planet was the scene that was referenced in Kate's Venom run. Oh, okay. When I read Kate's Venom run, I didn't know about the scene, so I don't really remember that. So when I reread Kate's Venom, that'll be something cool to look out for, because I didn't know it was an Easter egg. But that's cool. I'm glad, and I'm glad. It's one of the things I love about Kate's is Kate's cares about continuity. He cares about things mattering. And that's one of the things I'm enjoying about this book, is because it doesn't seem like Jason Aaron has built on this in any profound way. But Kate's at least is interested in saying, hey, let's do something more with this God Butcher thing that you threw out there. Where did he get this sword? What is that all about? Like, Kate's and Aaron, I think, are friends, so they probably talked. I don't know. I mean, I can only speculate, but all I know is that Kate's is doing things. And I wish more writers at Marvel were following that lead. I wish that editors were actually. That's the role of the editor, right? The role of the editor should have been after this to be like, oh, okay, well, what is this sword? Who are these gods? And like throwing at not just at Jason Aaron, but other people that are like touching stuff, like Donny Cates. When Cates comes on the Thor book, the editor might go to him and say, hey, here's these stories. What about doing a story with this Do you have any ideas we could do? Editors used to be more than just copy editors, where they're there to find errors in the book, and they're, things like that. They used to be creative directors that helped shape the writers under them. Those days are gone. I can't afford those guys. Because that's kind of what happened. Like, if you were a really good writer, you would get promoted to be an editor. So all the good editors back in the day, like Denny O'Neil was a great editor. He was a writer, first. He understood. So when, he gave Frank Miller his first writing jobs on Daredevil, that's arguably a lot of people believe, including myself, that's one of the greatest comic runs of all time. And as much as I want to give Frank Miller 100% of the credit, I got to say Denny O'Neil, I'm sure, was right there helping mold this guy, helping get him ready for what he was doing and making sure his books were sound, Anyways, I'm blabbing. Dragon Ball says, I want Spam on bread. Oh, okay. I'll go back to ice cream talk. No pizza place open late by me. 7-Eleven. You get a pizza 24/7. And it's better than Little Caesars. It's better than Little Caesars. Let's see. Dragon Ball says, I want to buy Phalanx Covenant. All right. That's respectable. Jimmy says current Thor is mediocre. And I say Jimmy's not reading current Thor. So you could make all the assumptions you want. FF2 says Aaron was not under any supervision. That is clear. And even if he is under supervision, it's kind of like when you have like two kids, like a 9 and a 10-year-old, and you leave the 10-year-old to babysit the 9-year-old. You're like, there's really no supervision. Even if there is supervision, it's not really supervision. That's what Marvel is. The editor's there. It's just clown world. So yeah, it's clear when you see what's going on. You just look at these events. Look at The Heroes Reborn. Look at Empire. Look at Dragon Ball says, I got the Daredevil Frank Miller where Daredevil is holding a gun on the cover right on my wall. That's a classic. Good one. Good one, Dragon Ball. See, look, there's promise to you. Jimmy says, I stopped reading current Thor at issue 13. I gave it a shot. I don't even think 13 is out yet. No, it's right. I think it's on issue 14. Is it 14? Yeah, because there was 2 6-issue arcs, and there was a 2-issue interlude in between. The simplest way to find Thor. I hate this. It's League of Comic Geeks. You type in Thor, and you're gonna get him. There's a million volumes of Thor stuff. So in the old days, you would just find there'd only be one Thor. But I can find it easier in my pull list. As soon as I get to... Where's Thor? There it is. Okay, yeah, so the next issue is 15. Okay, that makes... So 6 issues and 2 issues and 6 issues. So yeah, 14 would have been the last. Oh yeah, and it's a sweet cover that Jimmy doesn't like. We'll show it off. I like this cover. I also like that the art... Oh, is it? No, it's not. Actually, I could be wrong on that. Yeah, no, sorry. Olivier... Blah, 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 I can't pronounce his name, and Jimmy can. Has an art style that is close enough to Nick Klein. Sometimes I confuse it when I go, oh, it looks just like but it's not. So I almost blundered there. Here's the Klein variant. This is a good cover too, though. Oh, I like that one. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, man. I can't decide which one I like better. Which one do you guys like better? That one or the Olivier Copier? I dig it. I just love how the hammer's hitting the shield and refracting the energy off it like that. Captain America. I know some people complain, like, I can't see the feet and stuff, but it's like it's supposed to be, like in a storm or something like that. That's not the focal point. The colorist did a fantastic job with the lighting, the lightning too. It really pops. I think I like Nick Klein better as an artist overall, and he does the interiors. So I don't know why they have. This is a book that clearly doesn't need to have a cover artist or a separate cover artist. Just have the interior artist do the cover. This is a good cover. We'll see. Yeah. See what you guys think. Dragon Ball says, ice cream, I got to go. What do you have against ice cream? Ash would make the greatest She-Thor voiceover. No! Don't make me. Please. Ronnie says, I like that cover for Thor. It reminds me of Avengers for the first movie. Oh, from the original, the A cover you like. Okay. Yeah, cool. Wait a second. I just realized that Jimmy stopped reading at issue 13. You didn't even read the final issue of the story, Jimmy. You read all the way up to the last chapter and was like, nope, stop. Oh, funny. How funny. Let's see. The cover doesn't show the true talent that Copier proves month after month. The other is just blah. Well, you are wrong. Me and Marania disagree with you. That other cover is not blah. Not at all. In fact, it's so good, I can't decide if I want to not, to get it over the B cover, which I love. I love this cover. I mean, I just wish there weren't variants. If this was the only cover, then I'd be fine. I'd be like, okay, cool. It's a great cover. I don't need anything else. This is fine. But then you go, but there's this cover. They're both really good. The problem is, I think I might like the Nick Klein slightly better. I mean, I like Nick Klein as artist better than, but this is the A cover, and I tend to get A covers. Let's see who's this guy? Kale. Is that new? How do you pronounce that? New? Usually the G is silent, right? Yeah, pass. What's the cover is this one? Oh, it's the Predator cover. It's kind of cool. It's too like photorealistic for me. It's like weird uncanny valley. What's this one? Thor versus Tony S. Daniel, huh? Oh, I mean, it's cool. Like, I like the artist. Lizard looks freaking badass. Jesus, Tony S. Daniel's like born to draw a lizard. But Thor, this lizard wouldn't stand a chance. This is stupid. Like, it's a cool pinup. Remember the days in comics when they did pinups? They would have just put this as like a art in one of the pages in the book. I wish they did that again, instead of having to be like, which cover am I gonna buy? Oh well. Let's see. Jimmy likes the Kevin Kline cover. Well, at least you like one of them. Kevin did an issue of Aaron's Jane Foster Thor like really, really early, and it was horrible. Happy to see him improve so much in just 6 years. Huh. I don't know. I think he's gotten better. I don't think he was. Didn't Kevin Kline do No, it was a different artist, right? I'm now mixing him up with another artist that has, again, similar style. Who was the artist that did God Country? Another one of Kate's friends. I don't think it was Kevin Kline. That's who I was confusing for a second. Ronnie says, I love Copier, whatever. He got me to fall for Balder and Fandral. All right, Ronnie. I still wish they would pick the best cover and only use that one. Then collect all the variants for the year into one trade per comic book title. Just do pinups. Well, first of all, you don't even need to conscript all these different color covers. Like, it's stupid. I mean, you pay, covers are expensive to get. I don't know what Marvel's cover page rate is, but it's probably at least $1,000. Jeff Shaw, thanks, Jimmy. That was the artist I was thinking of. For some reason, I was thinking Kevin Kline did God Country, but I realized immediately it wasn't. But they have similar characteristics in their art to me. Anyways, yeah. I just wish they would just do one book. Just Kevin Kline is obviously a fantastic artist. The book's got great art. Just say, here, Kevin, draw your own cover, and just get Olivier to draw a book. Oh, you can't afford to have him do a book because he can make more money just drawing covers. So, Marvel, you suck. So the only two comics I'm getting anymore at Marvel, as you can see on my pull list, we'll see here. Going forward, so no Marvels. This will be my last Venom because they're giving it to Al Ewing. Ugh. They're turning Venom into something dumb. So I'm just going to finish it up. I'm not going to be like Jimmy and just not get the last story chapter. It's like, I collected Venom all the way until the last issue. That would be and I'm going to have to pay fucking $9.99 for this thing. Stegman, you better fucking drop the hammer. Pun intended. This is such a rip. I hate that Marvel does this. You know what the last issue of Venom was? This is issue 200. You know what the last issue was? Do you know? So how far have we been waiting? It's been a while. It's been a while. Last issue of Venom was 34 in April. Now we're on 200. Stupid Marvel. Charge me $10 so they can do their issue 200, and then they're gonna take them off, and then they're gonna throw Donny Cates on Hulk #1 so they can sell a bunch of #1 variant covers. Every artist in the industry doing Hulk, and look, Donny Cates is on Hulk. Woo! Okay, like I'm not getting it. I'm tired. I'm done with this. I'm done being exploited. Now I'm already getting books. I'm gonna continue getting Thor because Thor is one of my favorite characters. I started getting it from #1. I've enjoyed the series so far. I like that Donny Cates makes the character matter. And he's been doing some interesting things. Like I said, I loved that last issue. Now, I'll admit, the Donald Blake storyline wasn't the most exciting story. 100% admit that. But it was an interesting story. It went directions that I had never seen before, and Donnie added a lot to the lore, which is important. So it felt like it mattered. There was a big character return to the books. It was fun seeing Beta Ray Bill wield Mjolnir again. I didn't pronounce that right. Mjolnir. It's hard to say. That was really cool. It was cool to see Kevin Kline draw Beta Ray Bill looking badass. And it was really cool to see this lore, how the last issue with what happens with Donald Blake And moving forward, like it's cool shit. It's cool shit. And I'm excited to see Thor be brought back to what he should be and not be the supreme god of gods, overpowered bullshit that he got turned into. And Ronnie says it's Nick Klein, not Kevin Klein. Damn it. Thanks. I would have been saying that all night. You're right. God, these damn Kleins. Kevin Klein's played the president in the movie Dave. Jimmy says, be happy, Ash. 2 years ago, there would have been like 20 variants. There might still be 20. Some of these books. How many? Let's see where the how many variants are on the Venom. So here's a cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. 45 variants for a total of 46 covers. Oh, Marvel, you piece of shit. You shitty. Sorry. Ed says $10. It was $199. Oh, no, that's $9.99 for that Venom book. $9.99 and 46 covers. If you would like to get every single cover, well, if they weren't incentive variants, if you could buy them at cover price, which you won't be able to, that would cost you $460. But some of those covers will be like 1 in 100 variants or 1 in 500 variants, and they'll be like hundreds of dollars. So you could spend thousands of dollars trying to get all these covers. Jehelim says, welcome to the Ash Can Count stream. Hey, I should start a new channel. Man, I might get more subscribers. Just counting. 1 cover. Sorry. I like count on Sesame Street. Ed says each one is $10, right? Each basic one. Yeah, the incentive ones, your store will sell it to you for a kidney or a child. Or, you know, maybe one night with your wife if she's hot. I don't know. Dominic says, I remember Dave Ronnie, a fun movie. Oh, don't remind me of my embarrassments. So what comics are you guys getting? Are you getting good comics? I'm getting good comics. I did a video. People bug me to post like my haul videos, but then I do the haul video and no one watches them. So I'm mixed. But for those of you who don't like to watch my haul videos, I can just make it easy for you. So this is my latest haul here. This is one of the best hauls I've had in a long time. Look at that, baby. If you want, Jimmy's going. Good night, Jimmy. If you want to read good comics, right here, 2 of the best new comics I've discovered. Erratic. It's unfortunately over, but the trade is coming out, I think, this Wednesday. It's like $9.99 to get the whole trade. This is fantastic. Marvel has not done Spider-Man better. This is better than Marvel has done Spider-Man in 20 years or longer. This is, if you like Spider-Man comics, if you like fun child, like youthful energy, but not done stupid, you know, this is it. Oh, so good. And then Ultra Mega is my #1 new comic. This thing is, it's Ultra Mega. It's got the perfect name. It's Ultra, and it's mega. These books are huge in size. They're not stapled. And I'm not a kaiju kind of guy. I like kaiju. Fine. Like old Godzilla movies, but I like them for different reasons. And I like the visual. Like, I just don't want them I was like, kaiju comics just doesn't do it for me. This book is amazing. It's really not even about, it's got giant monsters in it, but it's really not about that. It's hard to describe. I did a video on the first issue. You get this. I love this book. Can't pronounce it. Noctera. This is a book I was trying to get Jimmy to read because he likes horror and he likes post-apocalyptic stuff. And this is a post-apocalyptic horror book by Scott Snyder with interior art by Tony S. Daniel, who also does the exterior art. Doesn't need a cover artist. It's fantastic. It's good. It's really good. It's not 5-star material. Like Erratic and Ultra Mega are like rare 5-star books for me. This is a really solid 4-star book. Like what I just gave the Thor books. And then Firepower issue 12. I got the Frank Miller cover. Look at that bad boy. Yeah, my boy Frank. The GOAT. The comics GOAT. Of course, I had to get that cover. So this was a great haul. I was really excited to get that. So hopefully you guys got some good stuff. Dominic says, I'm looking forward to the latest issue of Birthright. The latest issue, Dominic's going to be the last one. Issue 50. Holy crap. Power Rangers from Boom Studios has been consistently good. I hear that. Ryan Perrott is writing that, isn't it, Dominic? I don't know if those of you guys remember Sergeant Bats. He used to be a friend of the channel. He used to do his own channel. He was a big Power Rangers, big Power Rangers guy. And he would say that when Perrott was doing Power Rangers, it was like the best stuff. And I think Perrott like runs the whole series now. So, I just don't read Power Rangers because I'm not a tokusatsu guy. That's why I didn't get Ultra Mega. And somehow it slipped on my radar. I was like, I'll try it out. And I was like, oh my God, this is so good. It's not going to be for everyone. This is definitely like the R-rated version of Power Rangers. It's a lot of horror. It's like almost like Ultraman meets Evil Dead. It's got a lot of blood and gore. Yeah, it's a monster story. It's cool. It's just cool. It's something I've never, and this artist, at first I was like, this is not my style of art. But as I read this book, and by the time I was done, this guy, James Herron, became like one of my new favorite artists. I just adore, man, this guy he understands how to do visual storytelling. Just fantastic. See, Tahilum says, I'm glad Erratic had zero variants because I really like the covers that they gave me. I do have the variant of Erratic. So I have, I have my last comic book pull. I had Erratic #1 with the Dodson. Who was the cover? Diodato variant cover. So unfortunately, Tahilum it did, but only on issue 1, I think. I don't think the rest of the covers had variants. Donnie Cates and Ryan Otley on Hulk later this year. Who's excited? Crickets. I think people are excited just because every time Donnie Cates gets on a book, everyone goes, ooh, it's awesome. The problem is that everyone forgets is when Donnie Cates comes on a book, he's being taken off of another book. So what's going to happen is Venom's going to suck so that he can do Hulk. But by all means, Al Ewing was doing the most successful Hulk in forever. So why take Al Ewing off of Hulk? I guess if he doesn't want to be on anymore, just if Donnie Cates was sitting there twiddling his thumbs not doing anything, okay, fine. I'm not excited. I would rather him be on Venom. So I'm going to lose Venom. I'm not even really a Hulk fan. Hulk doesn't matter because Marvel Universe has made Jennifer Walters the quote unquote real Hulk. So we're going to get Hulk in space. Whoop-de-doo. Doing stuff. He'll probably run across Thor at some point because You know, one thing that Donny Cates does do, and I praise him for it, is he makes all of his books connect and they matter to each other. So I'm sure Thor and Hulk will come across each other and have some sort of adventures, which I'm not necessarily opposed to. I like when Hulk guest stars and things. I've just never been a big enough Hulk fan to like read his own book solid. And there's just so many other places I would rather see Donny Cates go. I hated seeing him get off Guardians of the Galaxy so that they could give it to Al Ewing so that no one could care about Guardians of the Galaxy anymore. For the first time ever, I wanted to buy a Guardians of the Galaxy book because Donny Cates was doing it. And then by issue 12, he was gone. So great, he's going to be on Hulk. Whoop. And then what? He's going to do 12 issues? 24 issues maybe? And he's gone? Like, I don't know why people are excited by being exploited. I don't get it. So I'm not getting it. I'm going to continue buying Thor because I started it and it's good. I'll continue it. I'm going to continue buying Daredevil because I started it and I'm going to continue it. And if Donny Cates leaves Thor, depending on who they replace with, I might stop. Same thing with Daredevil. But I'm not picking up a new thing. If they reboot Thor or Daredevil, I'm jumping off. I'm not continuing on this anymore. So, you know, slowly you're just going to keep losing me. And because here's one of the big reasons why. These books are all better. I mean, Noctera is about on par with Thor, and it's about on par with Thor and Daredevil. Daredevil's probably a little better. I don't know. It's about the same. They're about the same quality. They're all three of them are good books. They don't just blow me away. Daredevil at some points was, but it's just good. I feel good about the books. I'm happy. They're worth the money for sure. Firepower is awesome. I love this book so much. I look forward to it month after month. Erratic blew me away. Ultra Mega blows me away. I'm done just picking up comics and being like, that was all right. Why do that when I could have instead a comic that blew me away? It's like, why would I ever... There's times that I'll eat McDonald's or something, right? But if you say there's a McDonald's like right across the street from In-N-Out and they're both open, I'm going to choose In-N-Out 100% of the time. Like, why would I... The times I eat McDonald's is because I'm nowhere near In-N-Out and because I'm going to get like a $2 the $2 I can't remember what do they call it, the McDouble. You know, I usually just get snacks there. I mean, like, I don't understand paying for mediocrity when there is competitive things out there that are better and are readily available. And I'm more excited about my pull list these days than I have been since I've been back into comics. Because every book I'm getting now is awesome. Let's see what's coming up next week. Final issue of Birthright. Oh, it's going to be bittersweet. Such a good series. Look at that. $3.99. No bullshit. No. Let's see how big it is. Oh, they don't have a page count. Yeah, just Birthright. Oh, so good. Geiger really picked up. Issue 1 was kind of Issue 2, I was like, oh, okay, it's picking up good. So I'm really looking forward to this. Oblivion Song is one of the most underappreciated books in comics right now. Berserker, I admit initially I was like most people, like, oh, it's a Keanu Reeves, like, oh, it's a gimmick book. It's not. Matt Kent is one of the best writers in books. I'm enjoying the shit out of this book. Way different reasons than everything else. Super fun. Ultra Mega, again, best book of the year. Top new comic series. It's Ultra. It's Mega. Asagio Jimbo has been one of the best comics ever. Ascenders might, for the first time, not be my favorite series because of Ultra Mega, but this is amazing. I fucking adore this series. Beckstar I've only had one issue. I'm admittedly getting it because I know Joe Corallo, but I enjoyed the first issue. I'm interested to see where it goes from there. Undiscovered Country is another underappreciated book. Blade Runner 2019 was phenomenal. I continued buying 2029 because of 2019. 2029 so far hasn't been phenomenal. This one might be on the chopping block. We'll see. I'm going to continue giving it a chance. Daredevil is good. Like I mentioned before. Firepower, mate. Look at these books. These new Skybound books I'm going to be getting. I know Jimmy's going to be getting these. I know you're going to get them, Jimmy. Getting the Ultra Mega cover. Variant. Look at that. Sweet ass Ultra Mega variant. And then issue 2 is the Birthright variant. Look at this bad boy. Ooh. God, so good. I miss you, Birthright. You're not even gone yet. Such a good series. You should be excited about your books. You shouldn't just be like, it's kind of cool. What I found when I was with DC, even though I liked the DC comics, I genuinely did. Rebirth was solid stuff, and there was some great stuff at DC. Hawkman was one of my favorite comics on the shelf, period. But even the good books, when Peter Tomasi was writing Detective Comics, for example, it was good. It was solid. But it wasn't great. I wasn't like, oh my God, the new issue of Detective Comics is out. I genuinely get that way with like Firepower. I genuinely get that way with Ultra Mega. You know what I'm saying? Like, these books, they blow me away. They're just that amazing. So that's what you should be. What's this cover? I just had to look because it caught my eye. Oh, it's an event crossover. Infinite Destinies. I can't wait for another line-wide crossover at Marvel. Thanks, Marvel. All right. Let's put up the stream ending soon and wrap this up. Try watching an anime called SSSSSSS Gridman. Ash on comics. That's me. I'm saying my own name. It says to heal him. When I had Funimation, that was on my list. I don't subscribe to Funimation anymore. So it was one of the ones I kind of wanted to check out. I don't have Funimation anymore. Hulk by Donny Cates and Ryan Ottley can be good. I'm sure the book will be fine, Dominic. I like Donny Cates. Ryan Ottley is a better artist than I gave him credit for. I don't think he's the best choice to be Hulk, but we'll see. I would have really liked to see what Ryan Stegman would do with Hulk. I like Ryan Stegman's style, but he's probably just going to be an event artist now. Stupid. Anyways, I'm sure the book will be fine. You got a decent writer, or you got a good writer, and you got a decent artist. But it just feels like, what's the point? Why are we doing this? Nothing has been sold on to me other than Cates is doing Hulk. No, there's no vision. This is where we're taking the Hulk. When Immortal Hulk came out, Marvel sold you on the idea about, hey, we're doing a new direction with Hulk. It's going to be more of a horror story. It's going to be about this idea that every day, like Hulk, if he dies, like he's reborn. He's, and he gets his powers from the nighttime and all this stuff. And I was like, it wasn't for me, but I could understand why other people were into it. Like, I was like, here, we're selling you on the idea. Cates is Hulk. I've heard no idea. Just, I'm taking over. Other than I'm going into space, which sounds dumb to me. Hulk in space. Anyways, Hulk fans, I'm happy for you if you're happy. I'm just done being exploited by Marvel. So I'll read it in the trades or somewhere else. Maybe you can let me borrow your copy. Dominic says, I can't believe Birthright is reaching an end. I know. Sad. We need a Birthright party. Will Ash read the last issue of Birthright on his channel? No. I read the first story arc, the first trade paperback. It's phenomenal. You can go back and check it out if you want. get the trade paperback yourself, read it. I'm not going to spoil the end of the series for anyone. If you don't want to read the series yourself, that's on you. You're missing out. The covers for each independent comic book gives readers a tease in what's in store. For the most part. Unfortunately, not the Noctera books, which I complained about. But America Chavez, Hulk with the voice of... Teal says, make it a one-shot with 50 variants sold. Right? Every comic in the future will be number ones. Just every issue, number one. No, I don't think that'll work. I think what they'll need to do is make every series a 2-issue series. Because number ones will cease to be special if every comic's a number one. But if you go 2 issues... and then you can reboot, like, oh, it's number 1 again. No, it's number 2. It's number 1 again. Like, that's why it's this 2-issue miniseries. But then keep the legacy numbering. So then you can have, like, when you get to, like, 100, like, it's number 2, but it's actually issue 100. And then reboot it back to 1. Stupid Marvel. Why? I just wish comic fans had more self-respect than to let them do that. Yep. I mean, you can get Marvel Unlimited for $9.99. Just you wait a little bit, and then you can read all the books for free. It's like, I think they were on a 6-month delay. I think they're only on a 3-month delay now on Marvel Unlimited. It's getting to the point now. It's like, why buy floppies at all? I really don't understand. The industry is really just they're giving you every excuse not to buy floppies. They're like, it's almost like they're like, are you still buying floppies? All right, fine. We're going to raise the price to $5.99. And we're going to give you a chance to read them online 3 months later for, just a small monthly fee. Oh, you're still buying them? Okay. Like, seriously, I don't know. I'm not going to go into that forever. You guys have been great. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for being here and talking to me late in the hours of the night, except for Tehillim, where it's probably bright and sunny down under. But I hope everyone's having a good day, or pleasant night, sweet dreams. And we'll be back next week with more almost said God the Gore Butcher. Gore the God Butcher. Glad you guys are enjoying it, so I'll keep going. And don't forget Monday for another episode of the Unnamed Indie Comic Show. And I did move Criminal Cast to this coming up Wednesday because not all the criminals could make it. So some of them requested that we reschedule. So Monday, this next coming up week will be full. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is something going on. So read your Firepower book. I don't necessarily know yet. I have to communicate more with Skip about the show, but we will definitely be doing Firepower. We don't have East of West anymore to cover, so we'll probably just talk about some other books. We'll see how that goes. Any feedback you guys have about the show itself, how we do, how the format is, whatever, any ideas on how you think it would be more entertaining to watch, please get in touch with us through Discord, through Twitter. However, I'd love to hear it. I enjoyed doing the show, but I also want it to be as fun and as entertaining and as engaging for you as possible. So any ideas on how to make that better would be great. And we are reading Fade Out Volume 1, which is 4 issues, the first 4 issues of the Fade Out by Ed Brubaker. That is for the Criminal Cast on Wednesday. You can read them all for free on Comixology Unlimited if you're not wanting to buy it. The first issue is absolutely free, so if you just want to check it out first to see if you even like it, Brubaker is amazing. You can't go wrong. Read that book and then come join us on the cast, because that's really fun. Just where we just have fun lavishing our praise over these books and geeking out on them. So, thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.